Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about survival kits. There are about as many opinions on what you should carry and what you shouldn't as there are people on the planet, so me telling you what to carry isn't going to do any good. I'm just going to show you what I carry on a daily basis, especially when I'm out here in the woods. This kit is compact, it's lightweight, it doesn't take up any room, it fits neatly in a pouch on your vest or in a cargo pocket, and I can attest that everything in this kit, I've used it at least once, and it has saved my life. We're going to start with cordage. 550 cord is probably the best stuff you can get. You can get it in about any color you want. It has anywhere from 5 to 7 inner strands that you can pull out to make individual snares or for small lashings. And this will help you make not only snares and traps, but shelters and things like that. For demonstration purposes, I've included the 2 different colors that I tend to carry in any kit that I have. The tan is about 20 feet, which is about the minimum you want, and the green is about 30 to 35 feet. Moving on over, we have some 100% DEET bug juice. It's just a small thumb spray can. You never want to be without it. This time of the year out here in the Rockies, you're not going to have to worry too much about bugs, but during the summertime, it's pretty vicious and you don't want to get those bites. Moving on down, we've got a VS17 panel. If your goal is to be found, the VS17 is visible from high altitude and it will help rescuers find you. Underneath that and off to the side are a couple of Ziploc bags, 1 quart and 1 gallon size. You can use those for carrying water, any food that you might procure. You can use that to store it in until you want to eat it. Right there is a multi-tool. That's a Gerber diesel that I carry pretty much everywhere I go. Okay, we're going to move on down a little bit, and then we've got about 30 feet of duct tape. You can never have enough duct tape, but you can only carry so much. Okay, right here you're going to see is the nylon braided fishing line. That right there, that line is, I want to say it was 50-pound test, which could be used as a snare in a pinch if you needed to. And I've got about 100 yards on there because the diameter of it is about the same as 4-pound. There's an assortment of hooks and sinkers that you can use for a fishing kit if you needed to. Moving over here, we have some homemade tinder for for fire. It's just cotton balls dipped in Vaseline and allowed to let that saturate in there. It's a good way to get a fire started on a wet day, and we'll cover fire in another video. There's a knife sharpener that's got both steel and ceramic edges on it, because a sharp knife is a happy knife, and you will need to sharpen your knife should you be stuck out here. I include a small sewing kit with my survival kit because you've never really lived until you've had to endure a pair of pants or a shirt that has a huge tear in it and everything just seems to grab at it. Plus, in a pinch, I've included a small amount of nylon, solid nylon line that I could use to suture myself if I had to, though I really wouldn't want to. Down here we have some pre-made snares. What this is this is 120-pound test nylon coated stainless steel wire used for fishing. You can get this at Walmart or Kmart for around $3 a roll. Here's the roll, and you can make snares out of it that will hold up really well. You just need to make sure you include the sleeves, which is another reason we have the multi-tool. Some people love them, some people hate them. I tend to like them. The small wire saws, they're good for helping you cut down small saplings, trees, and things like that. And move up here, we have Wet Fire, which is an awesome fire starting tinder. The solid block itself will last about 5 minutes or so, or you can shave off small pieces if you have very dry kindling, like really dry grass or anything like that. Right down here is just a little 9-hour survival candle. Handy to have. It'll also help get a fire started if you need to. Alright, now I carry a flashlight. This is a small Terralux 180. It puts off about 10,000 candle power just using two
AA batteries. Now it doesn't, that 10,000 candle power, as soon as you turn it on, only lasts for a few seconds, and then it kind of mellows down to about 5,000 candle power. But I have used that light to signal at night and been seen. It can be seen for a good distance in the dark. Now we're going to move down here. I have a various assortment of different kinds of fire starting gear. You should carry at least 3 means of starting a fire. I have a small Bic lighter. These are matches that I waterproofed myself. All they are is kitchen matches. There's the striker on the side, and what I did with these was I just dipped them in wax to give them a watertight seal. The case I've got them in is an old travel Advil bottle that I just covered with some duct tape. Down here is your standard magnesium firebar. What I suggest, these things will work great, especially on wet tinder, but what I suggest is that you scrape a bunch off and keep it in a small, like old film canister or something like that, and that way it's ready to use. This is one of the latest things that I've come to enjoy a lot. It's called a Sparky. It's made by the same folks that make Wet Fire. We do sell these, but just a small pinch and it will throw a shower of sparks every time. It's really awesome to have. This is another flint and steel arrangement. You have the flint and then the striker bar. Which one you carry is a matter of personal taste, and that's, like I said, entirely up to you on what you think you should have. But there should always be at least 3 ways to start a fire. Next, we have just standard aluminum foil. One is a 12-inch by 12-inch piece, and the other is about an 8 by 8-inch piece. These are great for making pots, cups, anything you might need if you don't have your canteen cup handy, so you can sterilize water, do whatever you need to in that regard. Right here we have a thermal blanket. Everybody should have one. This one's silver. I do have others that are camouflaged on one side and heat reflective on the other. Recently I started carrying a Saul bivy bag. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit bulkier, but it works just as well, and it's a little more robust. I carry some of these, the Colgate Wisps, just mainly because I like getting my teeth clean. You don't have to, but it's something, it's one of those psychological things. Just being able to kind of clean yourself up, you know, even if it is just brushing your teeth after eating that squirrel, is a great deal. And then the last thing that I carry is a Gerber survival knife that's had the handle wrapped in 550 cord. Again, you can never have too much 550 cord. Wrap your knife handles with it, change out your bootlaces for it, carry some with you, because you never know, that might be the one thing you need. So that just about covers the kit.
Just about covers the survival kit that I carry, my wife carries, and our 2 older boys carry. Again, like I said, this is what we carry, is what we found that works. May not work for you. Try it, see what you like, what you don't like, add to it, take away from it, but at least carry something, because you never know when you're going to be stuck out here. So, as always, thank you for watching, and train to survive.